Guià from Hopmann, and today I'm going to tell you about customer segmentation applied to the healthcare industry. Particularly, we're going to focus on the case of a pharmaceutical company, and for pharmaceutical companies, the customers are actually the healthcare professionals, which from now on I will refer to as HCPs. So we had this pharmaceutical company approach us because they were looking to have this centralized view of their HCP behavior to attain two different things. On one side, they really wanted to optimize their marketing plan and better allocate their budgets, but also they wanted to provide more targeted communications to their HCPs. So we sat together in this mission where we decided to develop this custom segmentation model for the company and also together provide them with the visualization tools to make decisions from it. The three main goals that we set about were, first, we wanted to really build this technological and analytical foundation. The technological foundation was basically building a data stack. The analytical foundation concerned the actual segmentation model. The second goal was we wanted to really provide them with the ability to visualize this data, and we wanted to do that basically with a dashboard that was built at segment level. And also we wanted to really encourage them and enable them to start working in a more data-driven way, and for that we planned to deploy some enablement and some trainings. So let's talk about how we exactly implemented that. We did that in two separate phases. The first one concerned data consolidation. Basically, the data engineering work was to integrate all of the data together in a data stack. This also always means regarding data protection, which is always very strict for pharmaceutical companies because the data is very sensitive, and also ensuring data quality. And on the analyst side, of course, we also had to define which were the relevant KPIs that we wanted to work with. Once we had the data ready, we could go on to the second phase, which was really the development of the model. That means selecting the algorithms that were going to help us do this clustering, running them on top of the data so that the clusters would be created, and then doing the analyst work of actually defining the characteristics of every group and defining the segments. Once the data was there, the segments were created, we could build the dashboard to visualize that, and also we wanted to make this really future-proof, and we wanted to be able to continuously refresh the data and enrich it, so we closed the loop with the CRM by feeding the data back to the CRM. Along every project there are always different challenges. Let's talk about them now quickly, and also I will tell you how we solved them. The first one was in terms of data fragmentation, which is a very common one. How we went around this one was basically building the data stack. The second challenge that we faced was this limited targeting strategy that the company had, and this is why we really recommended this clustering model in order to create the segments so that really we could offer more targeted communications to the HCPs. The next limitation was in terms of the strict data regulations. This is something that always comes hand in hand with working in the healthcare industry, and we worked with a very thorough governance framework in order to ensure that we were aligned with the regulations. And finally, the fact that the data insights were not integrated was also a challenge, and this is why it was crucial to build this closed data loop and also to build the dashboard so that the relevant stakeholders would have access to the data. So overall, we can say that we accomplished our goals, that we set really this solid foundation, technological and analytical. Now the company is working in a more data-driven way. They can use this segmentation model to allocate their budgets more efficiently, but also to plan their yearly marketing plan. And they can also have more easy access to the data and work in a more optimized and data-driven way. So in case you're interested in this topic, or maybe you're facing a similar challenge, please feel free to contact us. We're very happy to talk to you. And I also wanted to let you know that there is an additional content tied to this case, which is a sample of what this dashboard that we built for this company look like, that we will soon upload to the website. Maybe it's already available when you're watching this. You can find it in the link below. Thanks for watching.